Greetings, I'm JP Watkins. Welcome to Personal Gov. And this is I'm gonna keep it brief. This is about how do somebody asked me, man, you always seem so bubbly, so in control of everything. Well, let me tell you this. That's not the case. Actually, even right now, I'm in a low emotional space. I'm having some challenges. Like I said, I'm always transparent. I came out here to California to help out a friend. I'm actually doing some house sitting, and I'm actually exploring, other opportunities. But in the spirit of that, different things hasn't panned out. This was looked good, but it wasn't as good as it seemed, and different things have fallen through. That happens in life. Like I always talk about, when you fail forward. Hey, I'm not speaking just from something that I've read or whatever. I'm speaking, hey, a lot of things in my life, a lot of chances that I navigate, things don't pan out. You go here, it looks this way, and then you get there, or you talk to somebody and they say, great. I remember an example when I went and I got accepted into Ohio State. I came back from Montana. I called, I reached out to somebody and I applied, told them my situation. I said, hey, I'm in Montana now. I'm working with individuals who got intellectual disabilities, so on and so forth. I was like, but I want to get closer. I want to get to Ohio. At that time, my kids were staying in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I was like, man, I plan on going to Ohio State. And I'm just, I would do my best to secure some employment, if I can before I get there. And she's like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. And I told her, I was up front. I said, well, I got a pepper pass. I got some nonviolent offenses. Oh, that's no problem. This and that. She gave me her business number, her cell number, and her company number. And then, so I'm like, cool. I got a job on, because she said the guy that was there said he about to graduate from Ohio State. So I was like, man, this is perfect. Get there. I get accepted into Ohio State. I get down there. I had a cousin that was staying down there that said, she let me stay with her while I transition and find a place and all that. And when I get down to Columbus, Ohio, I'm calling this lady, this business owner. She never returns my call. I call, leave messages, never. So then I said, okay, whatever happened, maybe she hired somebody else, whatever. So then I go apply for some other jobs. I do really well at the interviews. Like, oh man, we can't wait. So I get hired in. I actually go through the training. I go out to the houses. I meet, my future supervisors and stuff. And right before the day I'm supposed to start work, they pulled me in the office and said, hey, corporate kicked it down. We know you told us about your pepper pass and this and that, but Ohio has revised their code, and anybody with, a similar felony, which I had 2 felonies, that's very similar, that's like, we can't hire you. So long story short, it went from being great, got accepted into Ohio State, got a job lined up, gonna be close to my kids, to no job. And I had some resources saved. So now, and then I was in such a bad environment that I thought, man, I'm going to get sucked back into the criminal enterprise. I mean, it was, gang activity, drug activity, and I just didn't feel comfortable. So, I mean, at that point, I started sleeping in my car, and I was looking for just jobs. So I said, well, because still got a little bit of time before it's time to go into school. And then, long story short, by the time I made it back to Akron, Ohio, my gas light came on. And then that's when I relinked up with my late friend, Retaliate, that's deceased now, and got back into the fringe. And I was able to, since I'd already went to Akron U, I was able to fast track and get back in there, and things panned out, but it was tough. It was, and this is just one of many, many examples. But I knew, I said, a small chance is better than no chance. And I was like, if I give up, I know I lose. If I stop fighting. So it's even people now that know me, that they either work with me, or they, I went to school, so they heard my different spills, they know my story. And a lot of them is like, we're amazed, because I've known you for 15 years and you still been going for it as if it's right here. So like I said, my head is so ahead of my finances, so ahead of where my career is, because I see it. My mind is there. My body and my reality has to catch up with it. And so that's the thing. I really believe, persist, so that I can achieve. So I walk the talk. Is it easy? No, but it's necessary. And I also reevaluate and reflect on some of my challenges. So doing what I'm doing right now, putting this up on YouTube, putting this, sharing this in different Facebook groups, sharing this on different social media, this is a tool that most of us have available to us, right? Now, if we in somewhere in the Sahara Desert or certain places where people don't even have a wireless interconnection, they don't even have internet, that's totally different. But if you're watching this, chances are you have some access to it. And if you have this tool, this is a tool that you can lead. This is a tool that you can use when you look at people who were really sophisticated with social media, like Cardi B. And when you look at people like, Justin Bieber, and you know what? I have a whole new respect. Just getting out, starting my little YouTube channel, which is a baby channel right now. I understand it's hard work. It takes time. It takes time to be consistent. When you putting out video after video after video, and you may only get a few views. But guess what? You know what? I honor and I cherish those few views. Why? Because my goal is I'd rather get a few views and touch one person's life. If that message helps somebody to help themselves, if that message let somebody say, man, what he said, I appreciate that. If that helps somebody else build their intestinal fortitude, to prevent from wanting to hurt themselves, to prevent them from being depressed, to prevent them from giving up. If they can say, man, chance management, I love that. A small chance is better than no chance. I'm going to fight for the life that I want. That's what I do. So when I'm sharing different stuff, I'm not just sharing this stuff, just stuff that I've read, willy-nilly stuff. It's my life. It's what I do. I'm walking it as we speak. A lot of times I'm in the midst of adversity when I'm speaking to you. I just choose not to be whining. I want to look forward. I want to focus on going forward. I don't want to focus being pulled to the past that I can do nothing about. I want to focus on being now, enjoying the present, enjoying the moments, and enjoying the journey. Well, that's my time for the day. Stay blessed. Stay focused.